Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cardaholics of all ages, welcome back to Big Al's Cards. Thank you so much for watching. And in today's video, I want to talk about a recent video that was seen on PSA regarding the Victor Wembanyama Black Prism 1 of 1 and Kurt's Card Care. So for those who don't know, let me give as much background as I can. Kurt's Card Care is a card prepping kit that basically includes things like polish, a microfiber cloth, a spray to kind of remove smudges and fingerprints. I guess there's a card edge tool that kind of helps you fix that are edges that are kind of weird, maybe even corners. And then I believe there's also a centering tool that they might include. I could be wrong on that. I've never used it, so I don't want to say anything bad about them because I'm not against them existing, right? But I don't know too much about it. I saw this video where the guy who pulled the Black Prism 1 of 1 of Wemby, it got a PSA 10, and that's a whole different discussion because everybody's upset about the centering getting a 10, but I'm like, it doesn't matter, it's a 10. In the video, while they're at PSA headquarters, they shouted out Kurt's Card Care, which is ironic because PSA says that you're not supposed to use products like that before you submit, and if they detect anything that is altering the card, such as a polish or trimming or whatever, then they're going to grade it as altered, meaning it's not the original, it's been messed with in some way, shape, or form. And that raised a whole discussion online. People wanted PSA to come out and basically say you're not supposed to use Kurt's Card Care, but people use Kurt's Card Care and other products because they want to prep their cards, because it is more financially focused for them. They want to get as high a grade as they can to get the most money that they can. So PSA's Ryan Hodge, I forget his exact position at PSA, but he came out with a statement that said, you're basically not supposed to use this. If we detect it on your card, we're going to grade it as altered. And that's kind of made clear online in that it's not really something you should be using. I'm not against people using it. People are going to do what they want. And it's just a weird statement that they're basically saying, you're not supposed to do it. And if we catch it, we're going to mark it as such. But if we don't catch you, it's totally fine. A weird statement, but I digress. And I wanted to basically kind of share my thoughts on this whole issue because I'm preparing a grading submission. I got my Dominguez Orange 25 here. There are a few other cards that I will be prepping. I'll make a video when I have that submission finally ready to go. But all I use is the microfiber cloth to get rid of any fingerprints. And then I check centering with my centering tool. And that's it. Like, I don't use humidity treatments to fix corners. I don't use polish to do surface scratches. If there's a surface scratch, I just don't submit the thing, right? And I sell it raw with a disclaimer that there is an issue with it. It sucks, but it is what it is, right? You're not going to pull a PSA 10 out of a pack every single time. It just doesn't happen. So I don't use products like Kurt's Card Care. I'm not against them existing in any way, shape, or form, right? But I find it weird that PSA is basically saying, you know, don't use it, but we're not going to be mad at you if you use it, we don't catch it, right? Maybe they have to step up their methods of catching it. It's an interesting statement, but I digress. So is it ethical? I feel like, and this is just my personal opinion, using a prepping service or prepping product like that is more along the lines of altering the card. It is in a way, this is just my thoughts, it is in a way, with you use something like a polish, deceiving the buyer of the card inevitably that there was something wrong with it and we tried fixing it and now it looks like a 10, right? How many cards do we buy that are already graded that are altered in some way? We don't know, right? I feel like it is more along the lines of altering. I don't have an issue with people using it because people are going to do what they want. I don't use it personally. I don't really have any interest in using it, but I know people are going to continue to do it. And if that's their choice, then so be it. Like, I'm not going to judge them for using the service. It is what it is. I personally don't. I want to follow the rules for PSA. And I'll give you an example, actually. I don't have too many Justin Fields cards left in my collection. I kind of offloaded his stuff a little bit, but I also might be buying more. I don't know. It's my thought process in buying cards is weird. But I have this red-green optic, and you can kind of see that is just a deep scratch right there next to his elbow. I feel like there was something else there. I tried microfibering that, and it doesn't work, right? So I can understand that somebody who has this card, they might look at it and say, okay, I'm going to submit this, but before I submit it, I'm going to use Kurt's Card Care or some kind of polish to try to get that scratch out. And good luck to them, because it feels like it's a deep scratch. But it's not something that I would do, because then I just wouldn't submit it, right? I It's weird because I don't want to, like, you know, I'm not against Kurt. I'm not against any of the people using this stuff, but it is a bit more of a gray area, and you kind of just have to make your own decision on whether you're going to use it or not. Um, I think PSA personally should come out a bit stronger against substances like that, so that we all are on a more level playing field. You know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit? It kind of reminds me a little bit about the sticky stuff in baseball, where a lot of pitchers had sticky stuff to get a better grip. And it's not like it's illegal, but they weren't really saying anything about it until recently. Um, it kind of reminds me of that, because yeah, pitchers were getting an edge, and not every single pitcher was using it, but some pitchers were using it, like Spider Tack and Garrett Cole. Like, I'm a Yankee fan, I can admit it. I know he was doing it, right? Um, Allegedly, got to put that in there. Allegedly, he was using it, right? Um, but it kind of was a bit more of like a blind eye situation, because it's like, it is what it is. It's a better grip, right? But some people are getting an advantage. Then they finally come out and say, don't use it. And now I feel like that's a bit more of a fair comparison here. It's not like you're polishing your car to try to sell it. This is more along the lines of, not everybody uses it. People who use it get an advantage because they do want to submit their cards and make it look great. And it is what it is. But PSA is now coming out and saying you're not really supposed to do that. If we catch you using it, if there's leftover residue, then we're going to mark it as altered. That's how I feel this is. It's a bit of a gray area. I didn't care that pitchers were using Spider Tack. If I was a pitcher, I wouldn't use it. That's just me. I feel like that's a bit more of a fair comparison here. I don't know. It's a very weird card ethical area that I think that as a hobby we should explore further. If companies like PSA, BGS, and SGC came out and said, no, we don't want you using it, then yeah, I think that shuts down the issue pretty quickly. Some people will still try, and some people will still use it and get caught. It's inevitable. But I'm not going to use it. I don't use it. I'm probably not going to. But I'm not against them existing, right? Because people are using it. It's a weird gray area. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Let me know in the comments if it makes sense. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that using Kurt's Card Care and similar products is altering the card? Do you feel like it is more along the lines of polishing your car before you sell it? What do you guys think about this issue? Have you used Kurt's Card Care or a similar product? What were your experiences with it? I want to know. I've never used it, so I want to know what you guys think about it, and if you guys think that people should be allowed to use it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hopefully my opinion made sense. Again, to recap, I'm not going to use it. I'm not against people using it, but I think that if they want to put a stop to it, they need to make a harsher statement about using it. That's just me. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, stay tuned for more videos, and until next time, bye-bye.